It's Shani with Healing Elements here. What up? Soul family, sending a lot of love, light, and blessings as I am taking a walk, getting some fresh air out of the house, and wanted to do a podcast about my thoughts on all of these changes that we have occurring around us and the correlation between the astrological aspects that we are currently seeing fall into place. So Saturn, the planet that governs father time, that governs practicality and stability, hard work, and teaching lessons over and over until the end result is one of which can reach the pinnacle and the top of the mountain, right? Like the goat, symbolic for Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is Kronos in ancient mythology, the father who ate his children, in his or Kronos' own perspective to protect them, or out of, some say in mythology, fear of their children superseding their nobility and abilities and power structure and ruling capacity. So Saturn is very strong indeed and very cutthroat sometimes to get to an end result based on the, perpetual drive and motivation to be on top, to be the best, to get to an end result that is both something that can be proud of. You can be proud of your work when you're, ruled by a lot of Saturn influences and aspects that are particularly poignant with Saturn in your chart. It can really give you a constant circle, an infinite drive and want to succeed and to try again at that in which you do not succeed at for the first time. You will try over and over and are able to absorb and have the lessons really resonate in the fact in which the lessons that you were taught and didn't bring you your said result of preference, right? So here we have all these changes, of course, something unprecedented on a global stage. We have the coronavirus and everything known to man in my community and state, California, being closed down. My kid's school is now for a month closed down. The libraries here, the amusement parks, Disneyland is closed. We have, our local Levi Stadium and all the concert halls are closed. Everything you can think of has basically come to a halt based on government recommendations because of the fear of this pandemic, this virus, the COVID-19, the coronavirus spreading and infecting people with underlying health conditions and also old. So we have unbelievable changes already on the horizon that require a lot of work. And so I thought the correlation was interesting and intriguing to me, being that Saturn, the planet that rules hard work and working toward, definitive goal for reliability, sustainability, moving into the sign of Aquarius at the end of March here, just in a little bit, as I film this do the broadcast on the 15th for this podcast. But it's moving into Aquarius, which is the sign of the revolutionary, the humanitarian, one who wants to invoke change in a powerful, aggressive, and sometimes unorthodox way. So this all makes sense, of course, when we compare it to what's going on now. We all need to put hard work in an unorthodox way. We've never truly been faced with this, probably not in a community, state, or national or global, situation as far as things that we have to do that we have never done before. Of course, financially, if people are called off to work and don't have any, other option and they're forced to stay home without pay, which many people are. So many people, too many to name, figuring out unorthodox ways in which to make ends meet, or of course working together as community cohesively, preventing the spread, of course, of the coronavirus, things like that. So it all goes hand in hand. I feel like it is impeccable timing with everything changing astrologically, especially with Saturn moving from a very dependable, hardworking, reliable, kind of what to expect sign of Capricorn into Aquarius. So putting hard work and grit and determination, motivation, and, never ending energy with a responsible flair in the things that we want to now, as it moves into Aquarius, change. So working toward a revolutionary change. So I hope that in this, climate of having the coronavirus go on and all of these unprecedented events, I hope that as a society we do learn to work together instead of balking, like with the political scene and all that going on in 2020, just coming together despite differences or beliefs for a common goal, in this case, public health. So, it just was intriguing to me that I had looked into a journal entry from a year ago and talked about the changes and how it would affect my chart personally. I have Moon in Capricorn, so Saturn rules a lot of my emotional tides. So just looking at that for this year, I predicted a lot of change and either, a tumultuous uprising of some sort or something in which we would have to adapt and really look for unorthodox solutions, all working together for a common goal. So collectively, guys, everybody who, has been working for a collective consciousness and working toward living, your best life within compassion, compassionate caregiving, loving ways, understanding, and just accepting holistic modalities and different healing modalities, I think it will all come full circle now as we face this. So dip into everything that perhaps you have learned, or maybe you take this time if you are stuck at home to learn about things that have helped me a lot. Meditation, mindfulness, like keeping away from things that may stir up anything that won't serve you. Like if it's making you anxious watching the news all the time, then work toward a revolutionary change, like Saturn in Aquarius. Work toward removing yourself from that, implementing maybe an alert on your phone so that you know the pertinence, but don't have to be, infiltrated with all of the details that may make you anxious. So in any case, I thought it was intriguing to talk about Saturn, the mighty planet of the father and the teacher, the professor, the lesson teacher. So this should be a big lesson to us all that we are not king of the hill on this earth, nor the galaxy, nor the universe. We are humble creatures who in the past have faced these kind of pandemics like Spanish flu, Black Plague, etc. These things, just like meteors coming crashing to our planet, are going to occur. So accepting, I think, the nature of hard work and working toward resolution and a rebirth after unorthodox changes also comes to play, because we do obviously have some changes that will need to be made in the future as far as preparedness. The United States, California in particular, has been ill prepared for something like this. So I feel this whole start of the year, everything that's occurred, including the coronavirus outbreak, is going to also teach us for the next 2-3 years some lessons, and we'll implement some, coalitions of change to induce things to help us better prepare for something like this in the future, which is completely likely. So in any case, guys, blessings, love, and light. Thank you for listening to my podcast. Just wanted to talk about Saturn in Aquarius and how it is coinciding and correlating with the times and everything that's going on, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, blessings, love, and all my love and light.